Sorry, Donna.
Hi there.
Hello.
Welcome.
I'm Johnny Juicebox.
I'm Mike Shake.
And
welcome back to our Halloween. What should we call this?
This is week 3 of a month of Stephen King.
Stephen King Spooktacular.
Our Halloween Stephen King Spooktacular.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, let's.
Now we got a name for it. How about that?
Yeah. This is supposed to be week 3.
It's fine. Welcome to the worst produced show on the internet, where we create our Halloween slogan in week 3.
Well, actually, he'll be in week 2. They're just gonna see that first because we're doing week 2 after this.
Oh, yeah.
We did Pet Sematary. This is Pet Sematary, Christine, then The Shining, but we're filming it Pet Sematary, The Shining, because we want to be done with this bullshit.
Yeah.
And then, welcome to the longest time we have ever spent prepping an episode.
And our 4th Gen Wars.
This will be the 5th.
5th?
Wait. Yeah, 5th. Wait, no, would have been the 5th. But Candyman was a sequel.
Yes. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So this is the 5th. Wait. 4th? 4th.
4th. That's what I said.
Well, wait. I thought we had another episode of Gen Wars up right now.
Well, we have Space Jam.
Mm-hmm.
We got
The Grudge.
The Grudge.
Huh.
Something else. The Blob.
No. That never got released.
No, it never did.
I don't even think we have the extra footage, which is sad, because that was funny as shit.
Yeah, I wasn't there. So.
That was the, let's summarize the whole second movie in 10 minutes speed run. It plot for plot in 10 minutes.
I'm glad I was not a part of that. That sounds like an absolute disaster. Anyways, welcome back to Gen Wars, and welcome back to Psycho Juicebox.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about Pinnacle. One of the pinnacle psychological horrors.
This is definitely, like, if you think of Stephen King, you probably think of The Shining.
100%.
Either The Shining or...
Are you talking about film-wise, or are you talking about...
Film-wise. Either The Shining or It.
Shining.
One of the two.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
But probably The Shining. Because I think this is the one that really kicked off the obsession with Stephen King in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least, like, the movie obsession.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, you got a big-name actor in Jack.
Yeah.
You know, big-time director, Stanley.
Yeah. So how does this format work?
So we talk about...
We're on the 4th episode of this series, and we're still struggling with the format.
It can differ, because we're talking about things that are based on a book in these 3 Gen Wars that we're doing this month.
This is really weird.
Well, you picked Stephen King, so...
Well, I asked you, hey, wouldn't that be cool? And you were like, oh, fuck yeah, we should do that.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't know that we were going to incorporate the book, so...
Well, I mean, it's hard to talk about Stephen King without the books.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these movies you won't understand shit unless you've read the books.
Sure.
Take Pet Sematary Remake, for example.
Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the original, we're going to talk about the miniseries, and then we're going to talk somewhat about the book.
And we'll throw in, like, different things in between.
Right.
Depending on how organically things come up.
Right, and it's not going to be a plot to plot.
Yeah.
It's going to be just the highlights and what's missing in either of the or.
We should always explain a little bit of what Gen Wars is.
Sure.
I always want to, because Generation Wars is a little bit different. We actually have a format, and like the whole purpose of this is we talk about a movie and its remake, or in some cases remakes. With some of the ones we have planned. We're still trying to figure out how to do The Ring.
That's going to be very hard.
Yeah, because there are 5 fucking things.
I think with that we should have another person.
Maybe.
I think that would be a lot easier because you could have somebody else talk about, like, let's say if there's 3 movies.
The Ring is going to be...
So it isn't just us 2 schlubs talking about...
Hands down, the longest prep we have ever done for a series.
We'll talk about that in the future.
I think it will involve...
It's at least 5.
Yeah, it will involve, there are 3 movies and 2 series. I think it involves, if I'm doing my math correctly, around 26 hours worth of prep time. That's straight. So that's why we were like, maybe we should do it like box set tournament.
Right.
Where...
Yeah, there's no way we can do a Gen Wars with that much prep time.
Not in one episode.
No.
I don't think.
Oh, God, no.
No.
No. It would be like the Blob. You'd do 10 minutes of a plot to plot, then it'd be like, well...
we could do a 4-hour special or some shit.
Nobody's going to watch a 4-hour special.
I would say if we did it, it could be like a marathon stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact we want to do that because we don't want to get too far ahead with The Grudge. That's why we haven't done our Grudge videos.
Well, of course.
Because we don't want to get too far ahead with The Grudge. Because, we kind of want them to meet.
Right.
So we can do Sadako versus Kayako.
Anyways, back to the show.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, well, you can discuss Gen Wars.
Yeah. So Generation Wars, we talk about these movies, and then at the end we vote on which one's better. And in this case, one of them's a miniseries.
Yep.
I'm loose with the rules.
So, question.
What is a miniseries if not a 5.5-hour long movie?
Question. If there's a tie, what do we do?
Flip a coin.
Where's the coin? Do we have a coin on us? I'll keep everybody entertained.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. So yeah, this is Gen Wars, and this is kind of a different format than we've used, but it kind of is a little bit more interactive in terms of, like, let's say which one is better and which one is lacking a certain type of thing. So it's kind of cool that way. Johnny kind of brought up the concept, and I'm like, sweet, let's try that. So I just can't wait to do the big Ring U and the Grudge. Well, we already did the Grudge, but probably do it for Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, all that good type of stuff. We can do, some of the stupider ones like Psycho remake or something like that. That's kind of a cool concept. Hopefully sometime soon we'll create the box set tournament. We'll complete the box set tournament with our other compadre. So we'll do that. Johnny, you done yet? Come on!
I got a coin. I'm just looking for one that's big enough.
Alright. I've been saying
let's see what we got.
What do we have here? We don't have to go into detail what the coin is.
This is a 1 peso from the Philippines. From
how are we going to have a heads and a tails?
Well, it's got a head.
Okay.
It's got
a
seal.
Okay. Anyways. So, yeah, that's on the floor now. Because Johnny likes playing with money.
There's our coin.
Yeah. So, yes. We were kind of talking about, me and the chat. And kind of what Gen Wars that we may be touching. Like Friday the 13th, Nightmare, Halloween, Ring U, Psycho.
House of Wax.
We have to
Phantom of the Opera.
When we talk about classic movies like that, I'd like to include somebody else in this.
Why?
Because that's 3 movies.
Yeah, but that means we have to, we're the only ones in Psycho Juicebox, really.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost a guy.
We did.
Ghosted us, pretty much. I really don't want to rely on another person at this point.
Yeah, I know. I just think it would be fun.
It would.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
It's just if we can find someone reliable.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get Sino.
Good. That's what I'm kind of hinting at.
Oh. Well,
I mean,
Sino
it doesn't
would
have to
agree to it.
Yeah. Well, of course. And it could be done over Twitch.
We could do Clash of the Titans.
We could. And it doesn't have to be face-to-face. It can be done by Twitch. Or,
yeah.
You know, it can be done in text format, or, I mean, however...
Text format?
I mean, you know, he could be the chat. Alright, well, whatever. Alright.
That's not going to be very entertaining for people.
Well, that's too bad. Anyways, let's talk about The Shining.
Alright. The Shining is a classic film that I really feel like don't need to get into a lot, but like we probably should.
Well, we don't have
there's
to
Jack Kroll from Newsweek said this is the first epic horror film. It's in 1980. I don't know if that's true.
I don't think.
But I'm pretty sure the year before this we had Halloween. I think.
Okay.
I think that was 79, right? Or 78, something like that.
One of those two.
I want to say it was the 70s.
Yeah, late 70s.
Because then 81 was Friday.
80.
The same year as this.
It actually, I think it opened up maybe the same weekend as The Shining.
Really? Which one out-earned the other?
Theater-wise, Friday the 13th.
Oh, alright.
Yep.
I can see that.
Yep.
This movie is written, directed, and produced by Stanley Kubrick.
Yes, sir.
Do we still do that thing where we start off by reading the plot synopsis off the back?
We don't have to with The Shining.
Let's do it anyway.
Okay.
No, let's not. Stephen King hates this movie.
He does.
That's fun.
He does.
This is one of 3, I think he said, that he doesn't like.
Because it differs so much away from his material.
Well, yeah. Plus, I feel like authors tend to not like Stanley Kubrick's interpretations of their films.
Yeah.
I often have issues with Stanley Kubrick's films, just because I feel like he writes a lot of his films, and he's not actually a very good screenplay writer.
Okay.
And that's controversial.
It is, very much so.
And I welcome your death threats, or whatever the fuck you're going to do.
In the comments below.
He is a brilliant visual director. Not so great of a dialogue writer, and a lot of his films are edited in a weird way, and a lot of people will tell me, oh, that's so he can let us know that he filmed the moon landing, or whatever the fuck crazy ideas you want to tell me. I don't give a shit about your conspiracy theories.
True.
I think he was able to point a camera at things and be like, it looks pretty. I honestly think that that's what it was.
Sure.
Sorry.
He's very good at it.
Yeah, and
very good at it.
He's good at it.
One of the best.
Yeah. He has an eye for set design.
Yep.
And he's a very particular person.
Yep.
That being said, he treated Shelley Duvall like shit on this movie. Apparently Jack Nicholson did too, and fuck them for that.
Yeah.
That being said, this is a pretty cool movie.
One of the best.
It's pretty good.
Oh, it's one of the best psychological horrors.
I don't consider it psychological horror, really, though.
I do. I think so.
There's not really much going on psychologically in it, though.
Well, Danny.
You could argue that people are, like, going insane, but
yeah.
He's just crazy from the beginning.
As they portray him. Yeah.
Jack Nicholson is portrayed, Jack Torrance is portrayed as a fucking lunatic who hates his whole family throughout the whole movie.
Right. He's not close to his son.
No, he hates his kid, and he hates his wife.
He's not close to his wife.
It's not just that he's, like, not close to her, though. It's that he's actively antagonistic to his wife through the whole fucking movie.
He is. He's a douche.
Every line. And maybe it's just the way Jack Nicholson, like, delivers dialogue. It's every single line of dialogue in this movie, it sounds like he's being, like, he's either being passive-aggressive or just, like, fucking condescending as fuck to his wife and his kid. And I get that that's a thing that Jack Torrance kind of does towards the end of the book.
Yeah.
But at the beginning of the book, he's a loving father who, like he's a fuck up. But he's trying.
Right.
And he actually legitimately cares about his wife and kid, and is trying to do better for them, and struggles with that.
Right.
And I find it makes it really difficult for us to care about Jack when he's, like, slipping into madness and trying to kill his family, when he just hates everyone else throughout the whole movie.
He does.
Where, like, you watch the movie and you're like, oh, well, this was just the logical conclusion of where this was going.
Right.
It's like, why is everyone surprised that Jack wants to kill them now?
Right. Huh?
Should we go into a little bit more detail about, or should we just keep going with this?
Let's keep going like this.
Alright.
Sure.
Mike, what's your favorite part of this movie?
Oh, I would say when Dick Halloran is reading all the shit in the pantry and the meat freezer.
I
have always loved that scene so much.
Also really like Scatman Crothers in this movie.
Huh?
I think he's very fun.
Yep. And it just keeps on 10 pounds of hamburger, 20 pounds of turkey,
40 chickens.
Yeah, I mean it's just cool. And I think horror wise, I would say the bathtub scene.
All right. The bathtub scene is probably one of the most iconic.
Oh yes.
The most iconic one is probably the twins in the hallway.
Yes. Yeah.
That being said, I don't think it's one of the scariest scares in the movie.
No.
And
it's the thing is, it's been done so much. And
it's
you've
been
seen it everywhere, dude.
Like,
even on Twister, it was on fucking Twister. The movie Twister. Remember when they're kind of camping out and they're watching the drive-in movie?
Oh yeah,
and it's The Shining.
It's The Shining.
Yes.
But like, it was in Treehouse of Horror, I think, in one of them.
Oh yeah.
The Shinning.
Yeah.
Or is that what that one's
called? Oh
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't watch a lot of Simpsons, but one Halloween they like marathoned all the Treehouse of Horrors, and I watched a bunch of them.
Yeah, they're very good. The Treehouse of Horrors.
I would say
are very good.
Those are the good Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
And all the rest of it is fine.
And that's where they kind of get their meat and potatoes. Is that it's like that big special.
Yeah.
Treehouse of Horror.
I always liked Treehouse of Horror.
I did too.
I think most of their episodes are fine. Matt Groening's real quality work was all put into Futurama, I think.
Sure.
That being said, Stanley Kubrick does this movie. But everyone knows that his best movie is Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, sure.
I'm kidding.
That's a weird-ass movie.
I haven't seen it recent enough to actually...
I don't care, dude.
No.
It's just such a... It's not a
I
great
think I've
concept.
seen it once. I was pretty young when I saw it. Probably too young to see it.
Yeah, especially that. Yep.
I think we watched it for like 15 minutes and they were like, no, we're not watching this anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Full Metal Jacket's good.
Oh yeah, I always forget he did that. I think the first half of Full Metal Jacket... Actually, no, the second half of Full Metal Jacket is pretty cool.
The Vietnam?
Yeah. Like, I feel like that's where all of the meaningful shit in the movie is. But again, we come to the Stanley Kubrick issue where a lot of his movies feel like they're just imagery that are just piled into each other. And he's a really visual director, so everything else kind of gets thrown to the side. So a lot of his movies feel kind of disjointed. And maybe that's like by design, but it doesn't it makes them a little difficult for like your casual moviegoer to enjoy, I think. That's just an opinion. Like, I know a lot of people on the internet have talked about how this movie is kind of difficult to watch and like slow. I've seen this described as a slow burn movie, which I don't think it is, but that's because Jack Nicholson just wants to kill everyone from the beginning of the movie. So it's like, we're just watching this guy slowly give in to his ultimate goal, which was to kill everyone all along. It's like, it turns out Jack Nicholson, who wanted to kill everybody, killed everybody.
Yeah, shocker.
Or at least attempted to.
Now, what would you say your favorite scene is?
Okay, so the scene that always pops into my head is, and everyone's gonna laugh at it. It's that scene when Jack Nicholson is like walking up the stairs and Wendy is like swinging the bat. Because she legitimately seems horrified.
Oh yeah.
She is terrified, probably because Jack Nicholson probably in real life wanted to kill her. I don't know. Apparently he was one of the biggest bastards on set.
Yeah.
And followed very closely apparently by Stanley Kubrick.
Okay.
Who was the biggest asshole on set to everybody.
Right.
And apparently just always is the biggest asshole to everybody.
Yeah.
Which probably sucks. It sucks when your boss is a dick.
Right.
So I could see why... I feel like I haven't seen a lot of Stanley Kubrick movies with returning cast.
Right.
And that's probably why. Because Stanley Kubrick was an asshole. Or, as a lot of people who defend him will say, he was particular.
Sure.
Fuck it, sure. Why not? I don't. I don't care enough.
So now he's just the scene where... Is there a particular part in that scene that you like more than anything else?
I specifically like that dialogue that's going on between them as they're walking up the stairs. Where Jack Nicholson is delivering that line. I think it's like, honey, light of my life?
Yeah, darling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And, I mean, Shelley Duvall's dialogue is all like, get away, stay back.
Yeah. Get away, stay away from me. Stay away from me.
I'm sad because Shelley Duvall is a fucking wet blanket in this movie, probably because everyone on set tortured her constantly.
Right, it kind of sucks. And, it takes away
It sucks because in the book, Wendy is actually like an independent character who like has emotions and feelings and isn't just like a blank slate.
Right.
That are just like a personality-less, like, sad person.
Yeah, soft. There's a big old sop out there.
Makes me sad.
Yeah.
I don't blame Shelley Duvall for this, because Shelley Duvall was fucking tortured on set.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, it's just a shame that we see a good character reduced to a quivering pile of mess through an entire movie.
Yep.
And Jack Nicholson just being a fucking asshole to everybody through the movie.
Yeah.
Even though, like, at the end, there's some good scenes. It's some decent acting.
Very.
I don't think there's any bad acting in the movie.
No.
But, yeah, I like that scene. And I think, next week, where we talk about Dr. Sleep.
Yep.
And that scene is mirrored in Dr. Sleep.
It is.
And I love that too. Where it's in reverse, where Dan Torrance is the one, like, with, I think he has an axe, and he's like kind of just like they're mirroring the moves from that first movie, and everyone's like, oh, it's just like fucking fan service for the first movie or whatever, and I'm like, no, it's because they want to pay homage to a movie because it's the fucking sequel to that movie that's 30 years later.
Yeah, but they didn't have to spend the last half of the film on that.
Well, I mean, they didn't have to spend the last half of the film just remaking The Shining, but, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it wasn't... They should have actually made a Dr. Sleep movie instead
that actually followed the book.
Instead of a Shining movie.
Yeah.
But that's for next week. Yeah. Because the ending of that movie is actually the ending of the Shining book.
Yeah.
It's just Stanley Kubrick fucked up so much.
He did.
Well, I guess I can't say he fucked up.
He did not.
He didn't follow the book at all.
He didn't follow it. At all.
In the book, there are a lot more scares. I feel like this movie was... They tried to set up a lot of psychological stuff, probably. and he just doesn't land because Jack Nicholson is a crazy person.
He's a madman. He's a madman.
I love Jack Nicholson, but he's a crazy person. At least in this movie.
Right.
And actually in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest too, so.
Yeah.
He's just.
I mean, he was just kind of showboat and fool, and then, you know, he was gonna.
And then in the
electroshock,
he's like fist fighting birds, and you know. But he's a crazy person in this one, so none of the psychological horror seems to land properly.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Great movie.
It's pretty good.
Great movie.
Do you think we talked about it enough?
Yeah. I mean, there isn't too much about The Shining that people don't know. So.
What I do like, one of the things I think is a little weaker in that one is they don't show off as much that Jack has the shine.
Right.
And I don't think they do a great job in either of these, really, of doing that.
No.
Because that's actually one of the things is, he's like, yeah, your mom's got a little bit of shine, but I think all moms have a little bit of shine. And then, he's like, and as for your dad, I can't really tell. And that was always interesting.
Right.
But there's one scene in that movie, or in the book, that always gets me. Or at least it got me last time.
Okay.
It's, Halloran has that part where he's like, but, like, what you see doesn't always happen. Like, once I was gonna get on a plane, and I saw the plane crashing. Well, I immediately changed my flight and everything. And then, you know what happened when I got to my destination? I found out that nothing happened to that flight. It landed right where it should have.
Right.
And I felt like a fool.
Right. Right.
And then later on, they're talking about how. You okay? Later on, they're talking about I don't remember exactly what they're talking about, but it's basically like whether or not we should be worried about something or other, or it was about worrying about having enough food so they won't end up like the Donner Party. I think. Move this mug away from the. I'll move it back here.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be by the edge.
Nope.
Makes me anxious. But, thanks, Donna, for ruining the set again.
Yeah. Jeez. Darn cat.
That darn cat.
Yeah.
But, they're talking about, like, not ending up like the Donner Party. It's like, oh, yeah, you got enough food to last you well over a year in here, and I think, and, then, Jack looks at Danny, and he says, see, Doc, the plane's not gonna crash. And it's just like, what?
Right.
Hang on. Wait, go back.
Right.
Or it's just like, hang on, does Jack know? Or does he, like, just kind of know, but not really know that he knows?
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's kind of weird. But, there are a couple of scenes in it like that where, but that's probably the most blatant one, I think.
Alright.
That I noticed last time I listened to the audiobook.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've listened to that one a few times.
Sure.
Read through about half of it.
Right. Alright. Let's go on to the miniseries.
You want to talk about the miniseries?
Sure.
Yeah, you start off with the miniseries.
Alright.
I did a lot of that one.
Yeah. Well, the miniseries is more closely following of Stephen King's book of The Shining.
Yeah, I think it was a direct reaction, wasn't it, from Stephen King to the miniseries, or to the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I think Stephen King might have written the screenplay, or the teleplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And really good teleplay.
Yep.
If you're a fan of the book, you will like that.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It's a long watch.
Oh my god, it was 274 minutes.
Something like that. Long.
4.5 hours.
Yep.
It did 4.5 hours and 2.5 hours. I think that makes 7.
Yeah, so please watch this.
Oh my god, please watch this
Yeah,
video.
we put a lot of time into it.
Yeah. This is the first one where I'm just like, man, we sure do put a lot of work into these videos sometimes.
Sure do.
Yep.
Sure do.
Just for those like 2 to 10 views.
Hey. It's fun, I guess.
It is fun. You guess.
Long.
This one was a bit of a...
It's long.
Yeah. But we committed ourselves to this, and we committed ourselves to it. Although, I enjoy the It movies and miniseries a little bit more than these.
Sure.
So,
right.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, we get to see Tim Curry, and then... I mean, all the Pennywises have been great so far. And
Wait. Do you say you like It more than The Shining?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my.
I mean, I don't know about the It miniseries.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. It's difficult to say.
Okay.
Because I've only seen the It miniseries, I think, twice.
Okay.
And I've seen this movie a lot of times.
Right.
Like, dozens of times.
Right.
So,
right.
That makes things a little difficult, you know?
Huh?
Like, is this I will say this is a much more artistic film
Sure.
than either of the It movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
This might be the most well, no, Dr. Sleep exists now, and I think that's a much more artistic film than this one.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
I mean, does it take, like, some of the stuff from the original movie?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. But, like, you kind of have to do that with this to tie it to it.
Yeah. But once again, you don't have to have an hour and a half. The Shining.
I thought it was only, like, the last half hour.
I thought it was longer than that. Maybe not.
You're literally talking about, like, the climax of the movie. Like, the final battle takes place there, and that's it.
No, they didn't need that.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not? They didn't have it in the book.
Well, the entire second half of the movie didn't have it in the book. Like, a bunch of people die who didn't die in the book.
Yeah. We'll cover that.
We'll cover that next week.
Yeah.
Because I keep getting dragged into that.
It's alright.
I like that movie, but I hate that movie.
I very...
It's so mixed. Mike Flanagan.
I like Mike Flanagan, but sometimes you can hit a dud. Not saying the movie's a dud, but the movie ain't great.
Half of the movie is one of the best...
It's fun.
Half of the movie is
awesome.
One of the best book adaptations I've ever seen, and the other half is one of the best book adaptations I've ever seen of a different book.
Exactly. Yeah.
But anyway,
miniseries. Yes.
It very closely follows the book.
It does.
Almost exactly.
Yep.
There are a few differences. Delbert Grady doesn't have kids or a wife.
Nope.
I don't think there's a scene where... I don't think there was a scene where Halloran got chased around by topiaries while he was on a snowmobile.
Nope.
As badass as that might have been, but not in that miniseries because...
Right.
My god, bad CGI.
Yeah, pretty bad. Oh, it's mid to late 90s CGI. Everybody was doing it. Everybody was doing it.
That miniseries traumatized the shit out of Sav, though.
It did.
Because of those topiaries.
Yeah.
Just the idea that they, like, move when you're not watching them.
Yeah. It's creepy.
It's
different.
I have to say, like, that topiary stuff,
yeah.
It was weird in the book, and it's creepy in the miniseries.
Yeah.
Like that scene where Danny, who's... I'm sorry, I don't like the Danny in the miniseries. I don't like a lot of the acting. I love the teleplay. I don't like a lot of the effects or the acting.
I thought Rebecca De Mornay was good.
Yeah, she was great.
She was good as Wendy.
Yeah.
Yep. I like Dick.
Oh yeah, I like the guy who played Dick Halloran a lot.
Yep. Yeah, he was good. Steven Weber, he's okay. He's okay. I mean, he ain't
right.
great.
No, he's not like an amazing actor.
No, he
he's
ain't
not
great.
Jack Nicholson.
No.
But like when he's going nuts in that in the third part of the miniseries, fuck.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. He does good. Yeah. The kid sucks.
The kid sucks, but he's
I kind of wanted him to be like Gage and throw him against the wall.
I feel like the kid wouldn't have been as bad if we didn't spend 5.5 hours with him. I felt like he was the main character of it.
I mean, I could see
you had to get used to him after a while.
I mean, I could see it being tolerable when it came out because you split it up the nights. Because it's like Monday it came out, then Tuesday. It's like, oh, good, I don't have to watch this kid for another 12 hours. We just plug through it.
5.5 hours. This is the second time I've watched this miniseries.
Yep, this is the second time for me too. I watched it live when I was a kid.
When I was a kid, I watched it rerun on Sci-Fi a little bit, and then we bought this and we watched it all the way through. We might have watched it like half of it in one day and then half the other day.
Okay.
I don't remember.
All right.
But we watched it because I had never seen it like steadily all the way through.
Sure.
Like I caught it on Sci-Fi Channel every now and then because Sci-Fi for some reason would grab stuff and then just run it into the fucking ground.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
not like they do anymore.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's different now. But
I don't know.
When I was in college, there was one day in particular where I remember we caught Resident Evil on Sci-Fi and we're like, oh man, we should keep watching Sci-Fi because the way I remember Sci-Fi working is if they're playing Resident Evil now, they're gonna start playing all the Resident Evil movies in a row, or at least as many as they could get.
Right.
And it ended up just like Resident Evil ended, and it just started playing Resident Evil again.
Oh my god, they played the same fucking movie again.
And then we looked it up, and they were gonna play it 5 more times in a row.
Is that a joke? Is that a joke?
And then the next weekend we were like, all right, what are they doing? And it was like Fast and the Furious 4, and they were airing it like 6 times in a row.
What are they doing? What the fuck, NBC? Who's in charge of that programming?
Sci-Fi.
Oh.
They changed their owner, and I guess he just ran out of shit.
Well,
I guess it just didn't have enough shit to put on programming. Cause
well, good thing they sold out to NBC. To get their asylum movies back up.
Oh, that must have been what it was.
Oh, yeah.
It must have been like in the middle of that, because that was probably like 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
And but then that was also around the time when like Ghost Shark came out, and Ghost Shark is the best sci-fi movie ever made.
Sure.
Can't convince me otherwise. Yep. It's amazing.
It's a gem.
You haven't seen it yet,
have
you?
Oh,
you did?
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube.
It's pretty great,
right?
It's
funny.
It's like legitimately funny, but and like it actually makes jokes, but they land.
Right. I think we'll cover Ghost Shark sometime.
We have to do Ghost Shark sometime.
Sometime.
Yeah.
We'll go back to that. Let's go back to the miniseries.
The miniseries.
Yes.
It's a cool miniseries.
Yeah.
I like that wasp thing sticks with you pretty heavily.
That was cool.
Because that bothers you, like, if you ever had, like, a wasp nest in your room as a kid, which I did. Like, I had a wasp nest, a paper wasp nest, like, this big in my room. And I think Sav brought a dead one in and put it up there for a while, and I was just like, I don't like this. Yeah. And she was like, why? And I'm like, because The Shining.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's dead. And I was like, yeah, it's dead.
All you gotta say is Candyman 5 times.
Yeah. All you have to say is wasps for 5 times, and all the wasps come out and just sting everyone in the house a million times.
Yep. Yeah, that was cool. I liked the bathtub scene.
Oh yeah,
I liked the bathtub scene again.
I think this miniseries is scarier than the original movie.
I think it has a lot more creepiness.
Yeah.
I think it has a lot more creepiness.
I think its scares are more successful.
Yep. Because it follows the book.
Probably.
It more closely follows the book.
Despite, like, the really bad CGI of the topiaries. They use it sparingly.
That's a 90s trope, dude.
There are 2 scenes out of the many scenes with the topiaries that they actually show them moving.
Right.
A lot of them, it's like, it cuts and, like, the topiaries will be in a different position, just like in the book.
Right.
Because I think it's Jack is working on a broken swing or something in the book.
Okay.
And, like he hears something and he turns around and like the bushes, all the topiaries are in like a slightly different position, and that's creepy as fuck.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, the bathtub scene is. She looks so much more fucked up in that than she does in the original.
Yeah, yeah. She doesn't come out as a sexy model type lady and then change. She's just like
she is like, I'm here to fuck you up.
Yep.
And like psychologically, maybe physically, she wants to fuck him. But whatever.
Danny or Jack?
Both? Either? I don't know. She wants to sing to Danny. There are a lot of points in the miniseries that are kind of funny though. Like there's that dialogue about the wasp where he's just like, "It's a wasp nest. It's the safest thing in the world." I'm like, all right,
Jackie.
All right, Jack.
All right, bud.
And no, I don't think anyone like says anything to him about it.
Yeah, it's like
his wife doesn't look at him weird or anything.
What the fuck you talking about, dude?
They're just. There's that part where Danny does his like count back from 10 thing after he gets out of room 217, and he's like, they can't hurt me, and then like you just see the arms cut, the old woman's arms come out and just like drag him back in.
Yeah, I will always remember that scene from the miniseries. Yeah,
because it's what you wanted to do to that kid.
Yeah,
just feed him to that old lady.
Absolutely. And that's, it was a TV miniseries, and you can tell, like there was only
was it ABC?
Yes. Yeah.
And it feels a little bit like
it
ABC.
Does.
Not
does.
like modern ABC, but old school of ABC.
Yeah. Because like Danny, he really wasn't even really affected, physically by the
he
great
had like
lady.
some red marks.
Yeah, but that was lipstick.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was lipstick. Remember, Jack opens up the
There's a decent amount of blood in this for an ABC miniseries.
Yeah, well, it was at night.
Yeah.
9:00 Eastern.
But now, like when I think of ABC miniseries, I think of shit like Blackish or.
I don't watch any of that crap.
There's just a very specific model for ABC comedies, and it's very like childish.
Okay.
Where adults come across as children.
Yeah, I guess.
And it's
anything on cable pretty much sucks. So
it's an issue that I've had with ABC because there are a lot of shows that are supposed to be really good and I just can't watch it because of like okay, so there's this thing that I've heard from a lot of like actors and podcasts and things.
Yeah.
Where they're just like, depending on what TV station the thing you're auditioning for is, you have to adjust your acting style.
Sure.
Because each station has a different acting style that they're looking for, and ABC is like a hybrid style of just like old school ABC and Disney acting. Because like you'll watch a like live action show on Disney, and it's very much like a specific type of acting.
Yeah. Where
you can tell a show was on Disney based on how everyone's acting in it. Like how they do line deliveries and how they do their joke lands or not, that kind of stuff. Like how they set up their jokes. I mean, and it's like very similar to that now.
Okay.
And the other one that I can point out is the TNT Salem Slot series is also on the box set.
Okay.
And like it's very much, if you've ever seen like TNT TV acting from back in the day, that is what it is.
Okay.
Like everyone is just like, yeah, this is the man channel.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
No?
Oh yeah.
Because like back in the day, TNT was just like, I want to say that was like Hercules and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Hercules and Xena, and it kind of feels a little bit like that.
Okay.
Where everyone's just like really tough and like men are gonna be watching this. So
macho Ted Turner then.
Yeah, that kind of bullshit.
Okay. All right.
And I think that's why they've got what the fuck's his name, Mike Rowe, or whatever his name is on it.
Okay.
And because he's like the TV man kind of.
Sure.
Or one of them.
Yeah.
He very much like seems like someone who would be
sure.
on TNT, you know,
right.
Just the way he looks.
Right.
Anyway, that was a weird tangent.
Yeah, that was. I didn't know where to go with that. So.
At least it was on topic.
Sure. Yeah. Specific type of thing.
Yeah. Like you can tell that this was old school ABC acting by watching it.
Yeah. The thing I like most about the miniseries is that Dick did not die.
Yeah. Dick dies in this one. He doesn't die in this one. He doesn't die in the book.
No.
That's one of the big things that like moves on from Dr. Sleep is that Dick Halloran is like becomes his mentor at least through his childhood.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I like most about this miniseries. Out of the 18,000 hours that we watched of it, I think that, Dick surviving is a key plot, to the story. And
Dick got dicked around in that movie.
Yeah, he got dicked around. Thanks, Stan.
Yeah.
Dick.
Stan, you fucking asshole.
Jeez.
Donna, you're cute, but...
Man. Off the table.
The cat's just like, this is mine now.
No. Sorry.
What's up with your face? Hey.
Alright.
You keep scratching your eye. Are you okay?
Huh. Anyways. So, what would you say your favorite scene in the miniseries was?
I liked the end because it was over. I'm kidding.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
I like the scene. Well, oh no, I'm thinking of Christine because there was one scene where you're like, "Hey, come in here because you're gonna miss the scene you like." But that's Christine. We'll talk about that next.
Right.
And that cat.
Yep.
But I think it's the scene. It's a tie between that scene where the topiaries move every time he turns back, but like without the CGI, and then the other one is it's a tie between that and like any scene at the end where Steven Weber is running around and screaming and laughing and swinging a croquet mallet around.
That's what I loved about it too. Those are some of my favorites.
You legitimately see the evolution of Steven Weber from a loving father who wants to do right by his family, and like a loving father and husband who wants to do right by his family, and see him turn into a raving maniac who's just destroying everything he comes across just for the sake of destruction.
Yep.
That's like the scene where he's beating Wendy with the croquet mallet is brutal as
fuck. It is brutal.
Yeah.
It is. And it's surprising because it was on ABC.
Yeah.
Yep.
Couldn't do that now.
No.
I mean, it's owned by Disney now, so.
Yeah. No, definitely not. Definitely not.
It's adult Disney.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Sure. Yeah, but those are some of my favorite scenes too, where you can see the degradation of Jack and just him going ape shit on just a bunch of shit.
I like the scene where he busts through the door and like it seems like he's gonna say, "Here's Johnny," and then he just goes, "Boo."
Boo. Yeah. I like the change up.
I love it.
I like the change up.
I loved Steven Weber in this miniseries. Like he has some moments where he's pretty weak, as far as like being an actor goes, but he has a lot of really strong moments.
He did as good as he could,
and he does well enough for us to actually care about him as a character and feel like bad when he starts to fall apart.
Yeah.
Don't like Danny.
Danny sucks.
I don't particularly like Danny in either of the movies, but
Danny Lloyd's not bad in the first one.
He's not terrible.
He's better than
he's better than
Annoying Kid.
Oh man, something Reed. I want to say Milton Reed.
Sure.
He plays Gus on Recess.
Yeah. I never watched that. I was too old.
I liked it as a kid. I saw a couple episodes and I saw the one movie. Apparently there were like 6 movies.
Didn't watch anything. Didn't even know it existed.
Yeah?
Before today.
Huh.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
some
work.
work.
Just like, he was only in this. And apparently he had a bit
I did. I only thought he was in this.
Apparently he had bit parts in Hercules and Bug's Life.
Yeah, I would have never known that.
He did a lot of shit, so, respect.
Sure. Yeah. Did good.
Yeah.
Yep. Got some jobs from the
It's really
miniseries.
Weird how he looks exactly the same.
Yeah, he does.
And
just older.
Yeah.
With facial hair.
It's like if you took that kid and put facial hair on him. It's really weird.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Or no, it's well, with him it's a little bit. His overbite thing got a little bit better.
Sure.
The one who looked exactly the same was Gage.
Oh yeah.
Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
Like it's just like that toddler, but with a beard now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Is there anything particular that we want to talk about? Because we talked a little bit about how let's talk about the ending a little bit.
Sure.
Where like this has the maze.
Yeah.
And an axe, and that has croquet. They have Denver croquet in that, but they have roque in the book. Which roque is a little more of a fancy people croquet.
Okay.
While Denver croquet is apparently just croquet, but they made everything twice as big.
I guess.
It's a fun idea.
Sure.
I have a feeling that a part of it was because they were like, alright, it's supposed to be done with a roque mallet, and they looked at a roque mallet and they're like, this isn't very big.
Yeah, so let's change it up.
Or menacing, and they're like, well, what about a croquet mallet? And they're like, croquet mallet's not very big or menacing.
Right.
And then they're like, what if we make a croquet mallet that's twice as big, and then we make the balls in the croquet twice as big so we can have that scene where Wendy chucks a fucking croquet ball at Jack's head so he can be bleeding through the whole rest of the miniseries.
It was awesome.
And
it was awesome.
And there's that cool scene where after the boiler explodes and it catches the building on fire, the croquet ball is on fire and it rolls out the door of the building.
Right.
That was cool.
Yep.
Now, that happens in the book where the boiler explodes because Jack wasn't didn't flush the boiler or whatever.
Yep.
That's people who know things about boilers are going to be mad about that.
Commercial boilers.
Yeah, sure.
I had a boiler in my house. You didn't have to do that.
Well, yeah, they say the only reason you have to do it in that one is because, like, the safety valve is rusted shut.
Yeah, real nice. Yeah, so just think about doing that, and it's like, oh, shit, I forgot.
In the book, Allman hasn't replaced it because it would cost a lot of money, and they're barely in the black.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
Right.
Sure.
In the movie, or in the book, it explodes, burns down. It explodes gloriously in the book, and then it never gets rebuilt.
Okay.
In the miniseries, at the end, they show the burned husk of what's left of the Overlook, and then they show a real estate sign that says under reconstruction, and then it shows the ghostly form of the Overlook on top of its remains. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
And we also see Danny graduating from high school, and we see that Danny is actually, like, high school Danny is actually Tony.
Yep.
That we've been seeing throughout the miniseries, and that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
I don't know if that's canon in the books or not. They don't really seem to say one way or the other.
Sure.
At least the last time I listened to them, it didn't seem to. I could be wrong.
I like the ending of the miniseries because, once again, Dick is still alive.
Yeah. Dick is at Danny's graduation.
He was there.
Yeah.
And then Danny sees his dad.
And his dad says, I love you, and, like, blows him a kiss, and he catches the kiss and puts it on his face, and he says, "That's what I've been missing."
Yeah, kissing is what I've been missing.
Yeah.
That was a common phrase throughout the whole miniseries.
Yep. It starts at the very beginning.
It does.
It ends. It gets said several times at the end.
Aloud. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It is good.
Yep.
Well, are we ready? Are we ready to vote?
Yeah.
Or do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I just like the miniseries in terms of following the book.
Yeah.
And Stanley did not.
All right, Mike. What's your vote? This is a bit of a rough one. You get a lot of hate for this one.
In terms of watching standpoint, I'm gonna go with the original.
Ooh.
Thanks, Donna. Thank you.
Tana hates the book.
Thank you. So much criticism. I'm gonna go with the original movie. It's one of my favorites.
I think I have to go with the miniseries because all of my pet peeves about the movie are just that it doesn't follow the book, and I like the book a lot.
Okay.
And I just really like a lot of the moments in that.
Sure.
I tend to see Steven Weber as Jack Torrance more than I do Jack Nicholson, even though I've seen the Jack Nicholson one more.
Right.
And I think that says a lot.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
So I guess that means we need the coin, huh?
That's why I had a feeling we'd have to use the coin.
Alright, what's heads?
I'll vote tails.
Alright.
Jeez. Anyways.
It's heads.
Oh. Alright. Heads.
Yep.
Alright, so the miniseries wins.
The miniseries takes it. What an upset.
Yeah. I'd say it's a big upset. Huge upset.
Now, does it make you upset?
Yeah, it makes me upset.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I'm mad.
No. They're both very good.
Yeah, they're both very good in different ways.
And the thing is, with the miniseries, nobody ever talks about the miniseries.
I know.
Because I can tell you right now, I took that tour in May,
mm-hmm.
and I can tell you, I was the only one out of 20 people who's ever seen that.
Yeah.
And the people are like, a miniseries? Half of the people didn't even know it existed.
And the miniseries was filmed there.
Yes.
Like,
it was at the Stanley.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were just...
I had no idea it existed. Yes.
Yeah. It's probably because, like, if the Shining miniseries is one of the reasons that I got this.
Right.
I got it because it has it and The Shining.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I've never seen Salem's Lot. Turns out there are 2 Salem's Lot miniseries.
Sure.
This is the one from 2000 something.
But the thing is, with the miniseries, you never see it on TV.
Yeah.
You never, if you weren't alive or you didn't have cable in 1997, then you would have never known it existed.
And then, like, in I think it was the early to mid 2000s, where they were showing it on Sci-Fi quite a bit. They were showing that, and then Kingdom Hospital and Rose Red a lot on Sci-Fi for a while.
But the thing is, you never even see it streamed.
Yeah.
Even on, like, Hulu, where they have a lot of Stephen King stuff.
You don't see a lot of the Stephen King miniseries streamed anywhere.
Right.
Like, neither of the Salem's Lot series are anywhere.
Right.
That Salem's Lot series, I was like, alright, well, I'll probably have to look through a lot of stuff looking for the original 79 one, because, you know, that's a more recent one, and I bet it was more popular. It's fucking nowhere.
Right.
Like, you can't... This is the only time I've ever seen it. Yes,
Right.
I know you love me, and it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm not upset.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, I think they're both very good in different ways.
Sure.
This is probably the first time we've done one of these where I really liked both of things, and it was pretty close for me.
Right. Well, that was the way with Space Jam, which you just changed your vote.
that one's different because I didn't really like either of them when we watched them most recently.
Okay.
But I was thinking a little bit more about it, and I think all the shit with like Charles Barkley and like the guys that got their talent stolen, that shit was funny.
It was fun. It was, and that's what I liked about it the most.
Yeah, I that's what makes me change it.
Yep.
Is that stuff was just so good.
Yeah, and Charles Barkley, one of the best players of all time, power forward wise, he goes to a basketball court and he can't do shit.
Can't do anything.
And he's like,
and seeing him lose to children is amazing.
And they're basically like, "Get out of here, you bum!
Get out of here, you fucking liar!
I mean,
You're not Charles.
It's a 2-time gold medalist, Chuck. I mean, one of the best power forwards of all time. Did not win a ring. Sadly, yeah, but yes, it's they're both good.
It's very close. This one's really difficult to watch just because it's so long.
It's long. You gotta.
But it's closer to the book, and this one's really really cool and really well acted and looks really awesome with really great direction. Right. But like it doesn't follow the book, so I had to go with what follows the book, and that's what it is.
Yep.
But that's it.
I lost. I don't care. They're both good.
Yep. Well, you won the last tie, so
I did.
I conceded the last tie to you.
You did.
So
you did. I appreciate that. And I didn't even have to do any convincing.
No, you just had to think about it a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all right.
Sometimes things stick with you.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been week 3.
Yes.
Tune in next week for Dr. Sleep.
Dr. Sleep coming back. Yep.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I like Dr. Sleep a lot. It's a shame it's a movie as long as this fucking miniseries.
I know. Thank God. Well, no, the director's cut is what, 3 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's only like 10 minutes longer than the theatrical cut.
God, I forget how long that movie is.
It's a very long movie.
Yep. Yep.
We need to go back to like. That's what I liked about Candyman. It was a tight 90. We got in, we got out. You know, I mean, it was the most racist movie ever made, apparently. But you know, fuck those people.
Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Who cares what they say?
Fuck that guy.
Bunch of trolls. That's all they are.
Loser.
Yep. Anyways.
I'm Johnny Juicebox.
I'm Mike Shake. This is Donna.
Yeah.
And
she's kicking Mike right now.
And this has been Gen Wars.
Yeah, check out our YouTube. Wait, if you're watching this, you're already on our YouTube.
Yeah.
But you should check out our Twitch. We have a Twitch.
Yep, check out our Twitch.
We have a Facebook, and we have a Twitter.
Yep.
And we have Discord. We have most of the fun things. We do not have Instagram or TikTok because we couldn't get anyone to run them.
No, we don't have a social media dude anymore. We do everything by ourselves.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Get vaccinated, assholes.
Yeah. Get that shot, please.
Yeah, it's simple.
It's not going to hurt you.
It's free. It's not going to give you, like, not going to make you shit your pants massively like horse dewormer, which isn't going to do anything anyway.
No. And it isn't going to make you sterile or have an infertility problem.
It's fucking real. Don't listen to all the lying bullshit.
No, just listen to the scientists, please.
Yeah, listen to
scientists. That's all you gotta do.
Like legitimate scientists, not fringe science.
Yep. Just know you're not going to be under any experimental...
No, it's FDA approved. Everything's fine. And if you live in Wisconsin, you're going to get paid $100 to do it.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's a plus.
Yeah.
Incentive. How sad that is, but hey. Got to get it.
They should be post sending all of us like $500 fucking dollars.
Well, that'd be nice.
Being,
that'd be nice. Are you guys gonna get it? No.
For being like actual fucking responsible citizens.
I'm sorry.
But whatever.
Yep. Anyways.
Please. That's me ranting.
Please.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Happy Halloween.
Oh yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Please stay safe.
Yeah, do that thing.